This is Doug Hoffman from Mercy Inc. My heart is heavy this morning as I come to you in the comforts of my backyard in Kaiser, Oregon. And I think of the scriptures, and I think of John 2:16 in particular. It says, if a brother or sister is poorly clothed and lacking daily food, and one of you says, go in peace, be warmed and filled, without giving them things for the body, what good is that? And as I think of word and deed, and as we come together as Christians, and as we come together as people that have compassion for others around the world, I think of how can we help during this time of pandemic? How can we help our international brothers and sisters? And I think of Haiti, and as I look at Haiti and I look at the Bethesda Medical Clinic in Haiti, and I'm going to show you pictures as we go along here today of people in need, of people that are living in fear. They're not coming to the clinic right now because they're afraid to come. They're afraid to be known if they may have the COVID virus. We don't know because we're not getting tested there. We know that they don't have food. We know that their basic needs are not being taken care of because they don't have any work. They're quarantined the same as we are in the United States or other places around the world. We're quarantined around the world. So I think of Haiti, and I look at that, and I look at those pictures, and I look at the kids, and I think, okay, how can we help? I can go to Africa, and we're partnered there with a group called Empowering Lives International that is doing a tremendous program as we partner together with them around seeds and fertilizer and bringing the biblical truths to them at the same time. And I'm thinking, okay, how can we help them? And I've been in many of those villages. I've been in Haiti. I've been in 20 countries around the world in the last couple of years. And my heart is heavy as I think about how can I help these people? How can we help them in their time of need when they don't have food? They're more fear of starving to death than they are of the COVID virus. We have the comforts here in the U.S. and other more modern countries. We have comforts that we can take advantage of. We have things in our cupboard that we can eat from and take care of. And we have those things. We don't have that. In Africa, we don't have that. And just as you look at the people, think about where they're going to get their next food. Their markets are shut down because they live day to day, and they shop only a couple times a week in particular because they only have fresh food. Many of these areas don't have necessary electricity at this point in time. I'm talking about rural Africa. We can go to Asia. We can go to the Rohingya camp. We can go to countries like Bangladesh, and people there have the same issue. They don't have, they live off a daily market. They don't have jobs. They don't have money with which to be able to buy the foods they have basically there. And I'm just thinking, okay, how do we come alongside them? So Mercy Inc. and One Mission Society Global have come together to say, okay, we're going to establish a crisis relief fund worldwide, and we're going to appeal across the world, not only with the United States, but we're going to be in Britain and Australia and New Zealand and other countries. And as we get appeals from countries like Mozambique and Ecuador, between Mercy Inc. and One Mission Society, we have thousands of people on the ground, our missionaries, our national workers, who can distribute the food and seeds and fertilizer for the short term and the long term to people on the ground. We can establish relationships with them. Those relationships eventually can turn into presenting the gospel to people. We need to come alongside them now, though, in order to clothe them, in order to have that opportunity later with which to be able to present biblical truths to them. So you can help us today as we work to raise these funds. You can go to mercycompassion.org, or you can go to onemissionsociety.org. And both of us have established a crisis relief fund to administer these funds. We will administer those together and get those into the hands of people in Asia, Africa, India, Haiti, Ecuador, Colombia, Mozambique, many places around the world. We're in 72 countries. So come alongside and help us. We appreciate it very much. We thank you for your prayers. We thank you for your giving heart and for your dollars.